on. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
So today is our IXL lesson, and today's code, I'm going to write it for you here at the top. Our code for today, I'm going to put it right over here. So IXL code is D7U. So once you get your iPad and you click on your IXL app, look for our magnifying glass, which tells us that we're searching for something, and you're going to input or write in D7U and then click. It should say compare objects, length, and height. So remember, this week we're starting with our measurement unit, and we're going to be talking about different vocabulary words today. So we have three actually different vocabulary words, and I'm going to write them here on the side for us. Our vocabulary words are tall and tallest. So tall, short, and long. Those are our words for today. So tall, when we're talking about tall, we're talking about the height of something. And height is how long something is when standing up. So how big or how tall it is, right? So we want to think of height and think of us when we're standing up. How tall do we stand, right? And then when we're thinking of short, it's the opposite of tall, which means the smallest standing up in height. So when you think of all of our first grade teachers, if we are all standing side by side, the tallest teacher is Miss Rosales because she's very tall. She's the highest person. The shortest person is probably Miss Yakimowicz because she's probably really short. She's the smallest, right? So that's when we talk about tall and short, when we're talking about height, when you're standing up. And when we talk about long, we're thinking of something that's in length, right? So not this way, standing up tall. We're talking about laying down. When something is laying down, how tall it is or long it is. So tall and long are very similar. They just mean in opposite forms, right? So Ms. Rosales has a marker to demonstrate what it means by height and length. So she's holding it up straight. That's height. That's how tall or short something is. And if she turns it around horizontally, that is length, right? How long or short it is. And we use the word short for both of these height and length when we're talking about height and length. So short is the same. It means the smallest, right? When we're talking about height and length. But when we're talking about something that is big when it comes to height, it is tall. And when we're talking about something that is big when it comes to length, that is long. Beautiful. So we have our eraser and our marker as our example. So when we are doing this activity, I really want you to think about those keywords: tall, short, long. And it's going to ask you to choose which one is the highest, the tallest, shortest, or longest object. So really think about that. Remember, when we have IXL and you're not able to read the directions, you can listen for the directions using this microphone. You press the microphone and it reads it to you. But since we know how to read, I'm going to read it for us today. So it says, which fence is the tallest? And when I'm thinking about tallest, I know that means the height of something. So how tall it stands. And I can check, this one is the shortest. So I'm going to put an X on it. I don't think that one's the tallest, the highest, or biggest object. And it's up to these two, but I notice that this point, which is the highest point on that object, is not the same. So I'm going to guess from looking at it that this is the tallest object because it's taller than the other two objects that I see. So I'm going to click on that answer, and let's see if it is correct. So I clicked on my answer and then I press submit. Awesome job. So now I'm going to look at the next question and let's see what we have here. It says, which screwdriver is the shortest? Okay. So now I have to think about the shortest in length. right? Because they're not standing up straight anymore. They're all the objects are horizontal. So I know from when we talked about earlier that shortest means the smallest object. So I can look, they're all lined up, and that helps me determine which one's the shortest object because they're all lined up evenly. And then I can tell that this object, it ends faster than these other two objects. These two objects still keep going, right? They go further than that line for the middle object. So if it's the shortest one, I'm guessing that this one is the smallest object, right? Because that seems like it would be something for maybe people with smaller hands can use. So I'm going to choose that one as my answer. So I click on my answer, make sure that we click on it, and it lights up, and then you press submit. Okay, let's have a teacher help us with the next one. All right, Miss T, can you help us? Which glass is the shortest?
Now, I'm remembering what you taught me earlier, and you said that short can be used to describe the height and the length. And so I can tell that right now we're going to be comparing the height. And I love that it's all at the same level because we can't compare things that are at different levels. But because they're at the same, I know that the shortest one is the first cylinder. I'm not sure what that is actually. The first option because it's at the shortest height.
And so remember, we have the same starting point, and then we can compare by drawing on the object. This one lands right here and keeps going. The other two objects keep going past that point. So let's use Miss T's answer. I'm going to click her answer, and let's see. Incomplete.
Hold on.
Oh, I didn't click on it correctly. There we go. Okay, so if you don't click on it correctly, it gives you that pop-up. That's good to know. So submit now. Yay! Awesome job, Miss T. All right, let's have one more teacher help us with the next object. All right, Miss Rosales, can you answer this question? Which nail is the longest?
So I love this picture here because we're looking at the nails on their side. And when we're looking at the nails on their side, the way they are, we're looking at the length of it. And I love that you already started to put the line. We always line up one side of the nail, whether it's the head of the nail or the point of the nail. And so now that we've lined up the head of the nail, we're going to take a look at where the points end or where they finish. So looking at that top one, I noticed that that's pretty long. Okay, so I'm going to just focus on the bottom two, which is the second one and the third one there. The second one's point seems to be, it sticks out more so than the one on the very bottom. So I'm going to say that my answer will be the third option. Oh, wait, is the question the shortest or the longest?
Ooh, thank you for looking back at your question, because we really need to understand that because it might be telling us shortest or longest. So let's read it again.
Which nail is the longest? Well, that one was easy. First one.
There we go. So first one she chose, and let's make sure that I click on it correctly. Okay, there we go. Okay, and submit. Awesome job, teachers. So this is what you'll be doing on iExcel, and I will clear this page because you also have an assignment on Seesaw that I created. And on this assignment, you are going to get 5 different pages. And you might not see it here, but there are 5 pages on the sidebar. And in order for you to get full credit on this assignment, you need to complete all of the pages. And I'm going to show you what they look like. Yes, there are 5. So this is the first page, the second page, third, fourth page, and our last page. And it is also going to be testing whether you know the vocabulary words tallest, longest, tallest and longest. So there's always going to be a question on the top, and it's going to say which object is the tallest. Circle your answer. So if we're doing this one together, and I see these 3 plants, which object is going to be the tallest plant. And it's very nice for this picture because they gave you a little guideline. If you can see, they showed you that the top of plant B is right here, but the other two plants, A and C, grew past those lines. So let's look at A, and it has a line here, but then plant C grows, even extends further than that. So we want to see which object is the tallest. We want to see which one has the most height that goes all further than the rest. And I noticed that plant C goes further up than all of the rest. So I'm going to circle plant C as my answer. And then I can go on to the next page. The next page is different though. Every object is lined up horizontally, right? They're laying down horizontally. They're not standing up, they're laying down. So we have A, B, and C, and it's asking which object is the longest. We need to make sure we're paying attention, the longest. Circle your answer. All right, so I see they're all lined up at the same starting point relatively, and I can look which one goes past all of the other objects. So I notice this one continues going. This pencil and pencil C keeps going past that. So then let's check pencil A. Ooh, pencil C continues to be going past pencil A. So I know that pencil C is my longest pencil. And I'm going to circle it. And when you are done with all the rest of the pages, you have 3 more you have to do on your own, then you can press the green submit button to submit your work, okay? So you have 2 assignments, IXL and your Seesaw assignment, so that we can really check your work and see how you're doing on Seesaw, because we want to make sure that you have Seesaw work every day. All right, teachers, is there anything else that you would like to explain to our students, or are we all good?
No, we're all good. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, and have fun working on what objects are the tallest or shortest. Have a great day, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Don't forget to submit.
Yep.